Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have a Storm Collectibles San Diego Comic-Con International 2018 exclusive Mortal Kombat Ermac. And I am so stoked to have this character and figure in my hands, and especially so quick. So I got to give a huge shout out to Toyco and Andrew Griffin for being able to get this guy into my hands in a timely manner and not rape my wallets. So guys, if you're sleeping on Toyco toys and collectibles, do not do so, because look at this. You get opportunities to get these amazing exclusives without having to go all the way to San Diego Comic-Con and without having to pay those crazy prices. But not only am I excited to have this figure because this is the latest Ninja and I have all the prior Ninjas, I've been playing Mortal Kombat since it was in the arcade. Mortal Kombat 1. I was a kid, walked up to the machine because it looked cool and I saw blood and I was like, hey, let me give this a whirl, and I got destroyed. Didn't know what the heck I was doing. And that was like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Those were the arcade games that sort of introduced me to fighting games, and I had no idea what the heck I was doing. And I even scrounged up old video game magazine just to show, you know, this thing was from, where's this date at? There we go. 1994. This is for Mortal Kombat 2, before the internet's made it convenient to get all these codes and everything, because you actually had to go into magazines and get subscriptions and stuff. And inside, I just passed it, and you got all their little like moves and all the character stuff. And Mortal Kombat 2 did not have Ermac in it at all. So I was just wanting to show that I still had that magazine, which I thought was amusing. But the box for this figure is gorgeous. It's that same rinse and repeat style, but it's good. It's the Ninja right here. We got Ermac. You know, it's just different color. You got the nice glowing green eye. It says Mortal Kombat on the top. Other side of the Ninja right there. Then we got the figure looking cool with his effects right there. And we get a lot more images. And I love Storm Collectibles and what they do by showing off their product, and they pose it quite well. They do a lot of, they have some good posing going on. Then we do have a little bit of read up. And then we got, I was going to say, we got Mortal Kombat because it's up there. But we got Ermac looking really amazing there. Storm Collectibles, Warner Brothers, NetherRealm, so all that good stuff. Upside down UPC. But let's get Ermac out of the package, because that's what we're here to look at. This figure out of the box definitely doesn't disappoint. I mean, yes, he is a reuse, rehash, you know, of that body mold that we've already been seeing with Storm Collectibles and these Ninjas, but it's Ermac. I mean, that's just how the game was made, by, you know, pumping out the same character, just changing the color. So, you know, that's why it can be acceptable with this type of figure, but they do add their own little twists and details to it to make it still not so cookie cutter. So he does come with a bunch of accessories, a lot of hands. He does come with a single gripping hand right here. And as you can see, you get the awesome silver dry brush down there. Gives a nice wear. Big old thumbnail. Big thumb too. But yeah, this is just his little gripping hand. Then he comes with a pair of open palm hands. Still got that silver dry brushing throughout, which is great. So you get those. Then we also end up getting some, I don't know, martial arts hands. Please, sir, can I have some more hands? I don't know. Like, they're just hands. Give them different, you know, poses and attitudes and stuff like that. But they look great. And these feel a little bit tougher than the other ones. I mean, these fingers feel, but like, maybe it's a different type of rubber. They're not so gooey feeling, which is not a bad thing. The other ones were fine too. Then we get two like gripping, clawy, tiger style, I guess, hands. But again, you know, the same type of dry brushing on them. They're all sort of different, so they each have their unique style of dry brush. Some has more paint, some don't, but it's good. and these hands are consistently nice with these figures. Now, besides him having the Mortal Kombat 2 style mask, he does have the normal Mortal Kombat 1 cloth one with his little mouth plug, which I will change that in a second. But he comes with so much more. He does come with effects, and this is his ability effect. And this would go around the enemy's head, which I will be showing this, but I love the translucent green, and it's really nice looking. And then we also get 2 more effects. These crack open. These look like lollipops. They go on his hands. They do pop apart. Let's see if I can show you there. Yeah, see, they got little things. You snap them back together. But yeah, if you put a sucker stick in them, they look like they'd be candy. That's how cool and weird they look. I mean, it's not a bad weird at all. They definitely look good. But one thing I wanted to check here, and I think this does happen. I got my trusty, massive, black light. And yes, if you can, I don't want the light to be too bright on it, but can't really. There you go. Yeah. Blacklight reactive, really nice and crazy bright and glowy. So I'm stoked with that. Give them some effects that have some blacklight reactive. And if you guys didn't notice too, as I was shining the black light, you can see right there, his green eyes glow. And that just looks so good. Neon green should glow in black light. Just my opinion. Then he comes with the last and most important part. Not even really most important, but something that I was not expecting them to add, since they were adding so many effects and stuff like that with him. But we do get fatality effects. We get these meaty upper arms that had just been ripped off by his telekinesis. And you can use it with other figures as well. You know, you can have oh cool, you got the little bone piece that's white in the center. But I mean, you could have anybody ripping off, Scorpion ripping off Sub-Zero's arms, or, Reptile ripping off Scorpion's arms, and vice versa. Except Noob Sabot's arms wouldn't work because he's not flesh toned. So let's go ahead and take a look at this figure. Now, Ermac himself is amazing. Look at that head sculpt that we've seen multiple times, but his mask, they did a pretty good job. It has a little bit of a black wash over it, so it fills in those little slots and stuff in his let's stay focused there, in his mouth guard very well. And those eyes being green just look so awesome. And the fact that they're blacklight reactive just means that a lot of people are going to be able to get some really good shots if they set them up with some black lights to where they make the eyes glow and stuff. So you'll be able to get some really good photos out of them. And just to sort of show you guys, it's the same setup. I'll take this mouthpiece off. This one's actually, there we go. He has the old lady face, like all the ninjas have. It's okay though. Don't need their mask popping off. There we go. Put that one on there. Looks awesome. Looks great. His gi, looks really good. It's got the same type of texturing exactly. Not really a wash going on. Black outline. Not bad. I did get a little extra dab of paint on his little crotch flap there. And honestly, his arm guards, they have the nice dry brushing, giving it a nice wore out used look. Same with his shin guards. I love it that they do that with the shin guards, because of the fact that it just, I don't like somebody that's guilty. Hasbro can be very guilty of not having a lot of shading in their figures. Just simple dry brushing like this could just make a figure pop. like crazy. And it's just awesome. Like his articulation for his head, so he can look, all the way around like an owl, and he can look down, and he can look up that way, and he's got like multiple ways of moving. You got this part, it's like two different parts. You got the actual head on a ball joint, but then you got like the neck itself that can actually move, which is awesome. And the gi itself is still the rubber. You can slide it down, show off his, skin there a little bit. And I love the fact that it's a nice, comfortable type of rubber because you can really get those poses out of them. And speaking of posing, I mean, he can lean forward quite a bit. Gapping is not horrible. Seen worse in other figures. But the fact that you can get, him to lean back and everything, nice. It's awesome. And he does even have that waist swivel as well. Not really like a swivel, but right here's got to be like a ball joint or something like that. And he does have the butterfly joint right there, as you can see. And his arms go up like so. It's a very tight bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, pegged in wrist, so it's bends, rotates, all that good stuff. I mean, what you would expect from these. It's the same as the other multiple ninjas I've reviewed, and he can do straight up Van Damme. He's a ninja. He should be able to do so. He could even, put his foot up and do a Spartan kick, which is awesome. And with that, he does get a double jointed knee. I'll show it on both of them. This one's a little bit tighter than the other, but you get to have that nice posability. You get the ankle bend and ankle pivot as well, and a toe bend. And that toe bend is really nice and tight, so you can really probably get him posed onto his tippy toes, all nice and everything. And I mean, that's awesome. You can just be like, sure. Oh, wrong game. But yeah, he's nice, tight feeling, as a new figure should. Is not overly tight. Even if you work around with them, play with them a little bit, these joints and everything are going to get broken in, and they're not going to get overly loose, which is great. So a lot of posability, a lot of options for displaying, and a lot of options for figure photography. If you're a collector that likes to get figures with nice articulation that look nice posed, and you like to take them outside and get some good photos, I mean, this Storm Collectibles is definitely where you want to be for that, because all the Mortal Kombat ones I've messed with have been amazing, and I'm assuming the Street Fighter ones are the same. But I have a Kuma coming in, so I'll be able to review him and really have a nice hands-on and tell you if that Street Fighter line is equally posable, which I'm assuming it's the same company. So let's go ahead and get some effects equipped up on him, sort of take a look at what they look like. Tell me that is not the coolest freaking thing you've ever seen. I mean, it's straight up Mortal Kombat. I busted out some old Toy Biz flight stands, and I probably could have put his feet angling down, but, Ermac has that, whole levitation and telekinesis type stuff, so I made him floating there, ripping off the arms and choking out Sub-Zero, and I sort of made the decision because, I mean, he's more for the nether realm, and then you got, he's a good guy, bad guy type deal. It wouldn't make sense for the Scorpion or, Reptile or something, because I feel like they'd be all sort of on a team. I don't know, getting all into the whole politics of it, but I do want to try to do this. Let's see what it looks like. Get some black light sort of shining up there. Looking nice. But yeah, see what I mean? Like, you guys can, like, yeah, it looks awesome. I love the fact that it glows. And I love the fact that this figure, the hands that I used were the ones that were like this. They're inside the little lollipop effects, and it looks good. I did sort of just stick this thing in his butt, but I mean, you got to rig these flight stands however you can to get them all posed up. So it definitely looks really cool, floating there and levitating. And then you got yourself Sub-Zero here, and have him all floating up there too. But I'm going to take him actually off of there. Let's slide that out. Let's take a little bit closer look of these effects. You know, all you have to do, they're really easy. I didn't think it was going to be as easy, but you pop his head off. You put the one around his neck, so it's like a little scarf, a little magical scarf there. And then his arm effects, you know, the whole bloodiness. This one's tight, so you definitely want to play with them a little bit. And I'm going to show you what I mean by play with them. So this part right here, and you'll probably see this more consistent in a lot of reviews. This is really tight. You just sort of have to work it a little bit, loosen it up. And it just literally just pops in without a problem. Butterfly part works great with it. And you have yourself a arms being ripped off, you know, Sub-Zero just like, you know, really, really awesome stuff. And I like that. And it's not difficult to do. It's not difficult. So if you're not a professional poser and articulator and stuff like that, I mean, these effects are very easy to pop out, pop back in. You know, it's very simple setup, and you could do a very simple setup like I just did. I mean, all I did was put their feet, you know, his wasn't straight down, but put them straight down, stick them on a flight stand, and you can even make your own flight stand. And there you go. You know, you have a very simple but awesome looking post straight out of the video game. But it's very, very, very cool. As you see, I sort of stick it in the butt there. And then you have yourself Sub-Zero being fatality'd by Ermac, which I'm very, very stoked to have. And all I got is like, now I just have to worry about Smoke and Rain, which I think Storm announced that these future ninjas are going to be exclusives and no longer like retail. So that's sort of a bummer. I'm hoping I can get, you know, the last two without any struggles, which would be nice. But that sums up my unboxing and review of Storm Collectibles San Diego Comic-Con 2018 exclusive Mortal Kombat Ermac. And again, I couldn't have gotten this if it wasn't for Toyco Toys and Collectibles. So you guys don't sleep on them at all. Join up with both those Facebook groups, ones to talk about figs, share your stuff. People could sell stuff, whatever. It's a fun group. And then you got the Toyco pre-order group where you get all the latest. Hey, this is coming out. You want it? Take dibs on it, and you can pre-order it and make sure you're getting these exclusives and limited editions and these figures without any struggle. And if you guys check out the website and see stuff that you like, don't forget, use the promo code UNBOXTOYCO, all in capitals. It is case sensitive. Save yourself 5% off your entire purchase, and you can use it multiple times. So if you guys like what you saw, definitely hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.